to Raise Sensation. I'm your host, Dan, and this episode is going to be about some alternative comics that I've got here that I thought you would find interesting. The first one is called Sof Boy and Friends. It was put out by Drawn and Quarterly. The artist is Archer Pruitt. I'm not sure what else he's done. I've seen this character in several different places. I don't know that he ever really took out. Look here, he's selling a lot of Sof Boy merchandise, and I think I may have seen some of this around. Sof Boy is he's a total innocent. Terrible things happen to him, but none of it sticks. I mean, he's just this soft, marshmallowy thing who can suffer horrible damage and still come out okay. And like I said, it's basically about him living in a rather rough city, bad things happening to him, and he still comes out of it okay with his happy, carefree, happy-go-lucky attitude. I like this page is, he's walking down the street, and a lady of the evening, a working girl, says, "Hey, baby, want a date?" They look at each other. "I asked you if you wanted a date." He thinks about it. No, but have a good night. Here he is sleeping in a box. He is homeless. He's sleeping in a cardboard box. A pigeon comes up and lands on his box. "Good morning, Pidgey." "Oh, thank you." It's pecking at him. Soon a whole bunch of pigeons are pecking at him. I'm not sure what he's made of. I said marshmallow, but I don't know that that's true. But they don't, even though they're pecking at him, they don't seem to, he doesn't seem to have been eaten away at. He goes, "Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to frighten you. Oh, well. Okay, let's start the day. Dumpity-dum-dum-dum. All kinds of fun. This is fun drawing. How, as he's moving around and how wavy the sidewalk looks there, the way he's drawn it. It's unusual, but it's pretty fun. Gets run over by a car after he lands. I like the way this car is drawn, too. I like when cars are drawn with that blocky, like a box. And the dog comes along and to add insult to injury. It's a cute puppy. And he gets stepped on. But then, pop, his body pops back together. Wobble, wobble. Okay, let's start the day. And then he gets hit by another car. Flips him into another car. And on and on. And his head gets knocked off and goes flying. And then his head has one adventure and his body has another. And, the cartooning in this is really great. I love the expressions on them. I love this little girl looking at him, and you see her there from his viewpoint when his decapitated head is looking at her upside down. All good stuff. I won't go through the whole thing. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a lot of fun. I like the Sof Boys. All the stories I remember seeing, and I might be misremembering, or it might be that I haven't seen every story that was done, but they're all pretty much that same thing. So look at that artwork. Look at the fur on these rats. That's great. I really like this art, so I recommend that title. This is a comic that was put out in conjunction with Al Goldstein's Screw magazine, famous sex paper in New York City. And Al fell on hard times and ended up penniless and living in Florida at the end of his life, I think, or something like that. But this happened, this was before all that, and a bunch of cartoonists, for whatever reason, it doesn't explain why these cartoonists would appear in here, why they would want to, but they're, some famous alternative cartoonists do some work in here. Some people I didn't recognize, but the thing is, they might have gotten a good page rate. This is when adult comics were selling really well. Fantagraphics had the Eros line. This says it's published by Edge Publishing. I don't know who that is or what that is. It really looks a lot like the Eros books, but this is as filthy as it comes. So I'm not really going to go through this, but you'll see there's people like Tony Millionaire and all different people here. Some of these are not their real names; you'd recognize them. Dave Cooper. Like I said, I'm not going to show this. It's too it's too dirty. But if you're looking for a good, funny comic, a good, funny sex comic, this is it. Although, as like most of the things, I do like the gross out humor, and there is a fair bit of this in here. But this is a fun one. I like this. If you see, there were 4 issues of this. Somebody is trying to sell a collection of the 4 of them. I mean, not like a bound collection, but just the 4 comics. I saw online $175 they wanted for the 4 comics. That seems a little high. I thought this was pretty well put out there, but maybe not. But anyway, for those of you who like filthy funnies from Fun City, there's your thing. Now this is Corpsemeat. This is issue 2. I never saw issue 1. This is Savage Pencil, the British cartoonist. I don't, like I said, I haven't seen Corpsemeat number 1, but this is number 2. Savage Pencil does most of this. It would almost quantify for. Gonna have to cover some of this up. This would also almost quantify as a outlaw comic for violence and stuff. People's entrails coming out, someone getting a big drill put through the back of their head. But if you're into Savage Pencil, with his grotesque characters, I mean, you can see he could draw regular ones, but he loved to draw these bizarre characters. There's a nice center spread. And the funny thing is that I thought it was going to be, you would think the whole magazine, it's a very short magazine, but the paper stock is, the cover is like so thick, much thicker. It's like for a book. And then the inside pages are what most comics, the paper is as heavy as most comic covers are. So it's really odd. And this is Mike Bauer, I think it is, doing a comic. And it's his usual stuff. It's not especially grotesque or anything. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the whole idea behind this comic is, except Savage Pencil invited some other people. And then there's one page of Peter Bag's Girly Girl and Chucky Boy, which was Girly Girl. I'm mostly familiar with through Weirdo magazine when Peter Bag was editing Weirdo for Robert Crumb for a while. I think that's where I saw most of those. Although Girly Girl appeared in a couple different places. I remember also a weird newsprint. Was that Comical Funnies? Ooh, I hope I run across some of those soon, because I think it was called Comical Funnies, and it was a newsprint size thing. It had a bunch of really very politically incorrect type of people doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching.